I Got It is back, and this is going to be a video on my Model 3 long range touchscreen. As you all know, or if you haven't watched my channel before, I will refer to this as Lightning. Well, that's what I named the car, Lightning. Figured why not? Damn thing is fast as hell. So like I said, going to go ahead and go over the touchscreen. Everything basically goes through the touchscreen that the car does. Everything's right there in front of you, and if it's not on the touchscreen, it's on in front of you here with the stalks, the buttons, horn, you name it. But like I said, we'll go over all that in a little bit. Well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think it's a little bit bright right now, and so what I'll do is, instead of doing this a little later today, I'm going to do this when it's a lot less light in the morning. And I'll go over all the things that the site does and the screen does, and we'll do it then. All right, guys? So until then, enjoy your day, and I will be back shortly.
Caution. Content's hot. You get to give me all you got.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm in my car, the Model 3, and here is the screen in front of us. This is the screen I'll always see when I first sit down. So first, on the left side, as you can see, there's my car, the white option, and up over on the right side is the I guess you want to call it like the Google Maps type of view. So it gives you, like, for example, I moved it over to the view of the Monmouth Mall. But if you go ahead and you touch, let's say, the map again, the globe again, it gives you a different option. Whereas you can see, it shows you different establishments, stores, restaurants, like Fridays, things like that. So I always have it on this option. It gives you a realistic view of everything. If also you want to see where your superchargers are, that's what you're going to see. And it also will show you in the little red how many are available at that time. Now, it's pretty early in the morning. The sun is actually just coming up in a little bit. So you may even see that it's kind of like dark, kind of dark outside. It's getting lighter though. But, you know, you have things like this one here's got 16 available, 10. You're going to have big numbers here because not many people are probably up getting their cars charged. And this is when I would normally go myself, because I never have. In fact, I'm usually one of the only ones, if not the only one there when doing the charge. So there you go for that. So let's move ahead. Let's cancel that out. And let's go to the first option, which would be your quick controls. A lot of things are done out of your quick controls. As you can see, you can adjust your lights, you know, your locks, display, all the way down, driving, and down to software. I just myself had a software update last night, and so the option I have now, if I go down, it'll show you. Well, first of all, I'm on advanced, but it gives you what number you're at, and when you do get the software update, it'll give you release notes, I guess, features that you will see on your car. For example, the new thing I finally have now is the car wash option, which would be found under service. And so if you take it to a car wash, I actually washed the car myself, but if you do ever need to take it to a car wash, which you might need to do if you're out driving somewhere or you're on a trip, that's what you do. You put on car wash mode, and it's completely set to have it go through a car wash, which is phenomenal. So let's move down. Like I said, you can do your lights. You can have your front fog lights on, dome lights you can adjust. I usually will put many things on auto, like my headlights and things like that. And so there you go for your different lights. Now locks, Again, you can adjust your locks. One cool thing is you put your walk-away door lock on, and that's when you get out of the car and you close the door. Obviously, please have your phone with you, otherwise your car will never lock, because your car is your key to the car. So your main number one thing, other than the two cards you get when you pick up the car. So when you walk away, it'll lock and you're good to go. And have it on, I think it's in here, lock confirmation sound. It just gives you peace of mind. You'll actually hear the car lock. It'll give you like a little beep thing. So that's a cool thing to have as well. Display, again, you could put this on auto or manually adjust it. I have mine on auto. It works perfectly. You can put yourself on clean screen mode. Basically, you would hit that. And actually, let's do it. And as you can see, you would get your cloth, wipe it down, make it nice and shiny, and then you would hold here. You think it's 3 seconds, and it'll pop back on, and your screen is clean. So that's something I do very often because the fingerprints drive me nuts. Driving, you get different. These are the main things. Like, for example, your acceleration. Mine will always be on standard. I don't personally see why you would put it on chill. Maybe, I guess, if you live in an area where it snows, you want to basically just, hey, let's chill. It's slippery outside. Maybe that's when I would do it. Other than that, never. I want the quickest possible car I can get, and this thing is amazingly fast. The other option here would be Sport, if you actually got a boost, but that's $2,000. And personally, I don't think this car needs to be any faster. It is just an amazingly fast car, and it's just an unbelievable joy to drive. So that's that. Sport mode for steering. Many people feel it's too tight. I've seen videos. I personally like it. It makes the wheel more or less like a race car. So I will keep it on that usually. But comfort mode and standard are more of a looser type of wheel, where if you're going to turn, the wheel turns a lot more to go into that direction. Stop mode, I feel here, stop mode, you got to have that on hold. That's going to save you the most energy, the best thing for your battery, but it makes it more or less no brake pedal, meaning very rare circumstance. I shouldn't say very rare, but there are less frequent times you'll have to use the brake. You'll always still need to if there's a quick stop, like traffic stops in front of you, something runs out in front of you. Yeah, you're gonna have to hit the brake because again, it's perfect. I mean, once you get it down, it's just amazing. You just release your foot off the pedal gradually if you want to just slow down a little bit, or if you want to slow down a whole lot more, just continuously release and almost take your foot off the pedal then, and it'll be perfect. Let's see. So that's the hold mode. Let's move down to autopilot. Again, that's a video in itself, I think. Autopilot's fantastic. I do use it on the highway. I really don't ever use it anyplace else. And to be honest, again, like I keep saying this, the car is such a fun thing to drive. Unless I just want to take a nice chill, and if you're going on a trip, I wouldn't use autopilot myself that much. But when I do use it, it is fantastic. It really is. Yeah, you have a navigation, different things you can do with your trip planning. Safety and security, that's one of the bigger ones I always use. Sentry mode is the key there. Sentry mode is going to have your cameras in full recording. Anything happens to the car, you're going to have it recorded. The only downside to the Sentry mode is that if you're in a busy area, or if you drive to a busy area, let's say like a restaurant or a mall setting, it's going to continuously go off and record. So you're going to, two things, you're going to have a ton of recordings, but it's also going to drain your battery more because, again, it's being used a whole lot more. So other than that, though, it is obviously a phenomenal thing to have. I did service already, with the car wash mode and, other things you can do, play around with, and then my software. So let's move over to music. Music, you have your radio stations. You can set them up just like any other car to your favorites. You could connect it to your phone so that that will show up. You can go streaming, where it brings up more or less the automatic Tesla presets, so you can get different music that way, which again, that's good. It's a nice little break. You want something different. I myself will usually, more than anything else, have my Spotify on, so it's all integrated into the car, which is fantastic. But if you listen, let's say I know somebody that has this, but that has the Amazon Music, well, then you just connect your phone and you can listen to the Amazon Music straight from the phone itself. And then tune in. You have karaoke, a couple things I don't really use myself. Your settings to set up the music how you want it. I like a little more bass, so I have on a more of a bass type setup. And then your air control with your defog and defrost. So that's what that is. Here's your camera right there. Gives you an idea of what's around the car with your different camera views. Windshield wipers, one you'll definitely use quite often. You hit that, and then you hit that, and you can put this on 1, 2, 3, 4, or on auto. Auto does work. I wish it worked a little bit better. It seems to sometimes not go when I would normally put it on myself. Like the water gets to a point where it should kick on, and I would just make it go myself. So, but let's go ahead and turn that off right there. Now, a couple of things. You can also do the windshield wipers a couple other ways, whether it's through the voice command or through the left stalk by pushing the left stalk button in. But it's pretty easy all three ways. I guess myself, I do use the stalk the most. I just find it very easy and accessible. Let's see. Here's a one that's going to spend a minute or two on, only because there's a lot of things. You can do calls from this one right here. You can put your calendar in there, sync your calendar up. The cameras, again, we did. The energy, if you're going to get into your more of an analysis of how your energy is going and your projected usage. That's what you're looking at there. Move over to charging. You can have your charging set so that it shows percentage or mileage. I do percentage, I guess, because everything else I do is percentage with my phone, my camera. So I'm kind of used to that. You can set your limit here, how much charge you're going to get. And it gives you a suggested amount, whether it's 80%, 90%. I myself, I do a lot of 90% as my cap. I don't really ever go to 100, and it's just because it's suggested that you don't. So that's that. Let's go over to, you can surf the web. Now the web may take a minute to come up. It again depends on what kind of area you're in and the signal, but it will eventually come up. It's going to come up here, I can see, to the Tesla website. But there you go. And you can just surf the web if that's what you want to do. Again, if you're waiting for your car to be charged or something else, you can actually surf the web, or you can do the entertainment where you're going to have your Netflix, Hulu, Disney, YouTube, Twitch, and your Tesla tutorials. So I myself, again, I find myself a lot of times on the YouTube. I don't know, I guess the Netflix, any kind of shows I watch are a little bit longer than what the charging will take. So I put the YouTube on. Let's see. And then we'll move over to Toybox. Toybox is just a fun thing you can do. Your boombox emissions, you can make your car, I know probably everybody has seen this already, but you can make your car do a fart sound. Very wonderful. That was actually a ludicrous fart, so I guess that's one of your longest ones. Oh my goodness. And then other things here, like your romance, this will come up as a fireplace and the heat will come out. Seasonal ones, Santa, Rainbow Road is one where you can put the map into a rainbow road. And one thing to go back to, I wanted to just show is, arcade. And then you have your video games. So again, a whole lot of choices there. I mean, you pace through all the ones you have there. So let's move on over. We're done with that. These are your car heaters. So yes, you can put it on different settings, all the way down to a minimal, or just turn it off. Control all the seats at once. They come up that way. So if you want, let's say, to put the middle person in the back, they're cold, put their seat on. You want to turn it off or turn it down, just do this until it goes lower or off. Or you can do all off here. If everybody's said, okay, I'm warm now. So that's that. And then this is your air over here. And this will control your air flow. You want to go down to your feet. You want to come up to you. That's how you control the air, different ways. And let's see. So I think I pretty much touched on everything there. Did I have, let me just see if I had anything else. Oh, okay. Let's do this. We covered the quick controls. Also here you can have there's so many ways you can open the trunk, the front, like for example, just push these and it'll open up. This one will pop up like about an inch and then you get out and you lift it all the way up and then you close it down. Whereas the trunk will actually open up all the way and then close. So actually let's do it. So there you go. It opens up all the way if you want to do it from there. Or if you do it from the voice command, close trunk. And then it'll just close the trunk. So again, so many different ways you can do a lot of things. So one thing you want to get into too is take a look at the voice controls, because the voice commands, because you could do a lot from the voice commands. For example, what I didn't do is I didn't show you the glove box. You can open the glove box just by hitting the button, or open glove box. And again, the glove box will open that way instead. So again, pretty neat. A lot done from the touchscreen. Again, there's a lot I didn't cover because you could get so detailed and specific into explaining how everything works. This is going to be things you don't use. I mean, there's probably a lot of things you won't really use at all. But again, it's your control panel, and it basically controls the car or commands the car. So it's phenomenal. So pretty much, like I said, I touched on everything. There's a lot you won't use. And there's a lot you're going to get more in depth with. And it's just, just like anything, actually get in the car, play around with it, learn it, and you'll see the things that you want to adjust and change. And it's just amazing. All right, guys, there you have it. The touch screen of the Model 3, Tesla Model 3. As you can see, I'm actually driving back from the beach, although I didn't go actually to the beach to enjoy the sun and water and all that, but I was just I had to go a couple places, and I figured why not take a ride by the beach. So beautiful time of the year. I can't wait for October. I'm going to plan on doing a couple of trips, some fall foliage trips, and get up in the Northeast, more into the Northeast. I'm in New Jersey, so I want to go more to where the mountains are, but it should be pretty neat. But like I said, there you have it. I'm going to call this a video. Please like if you liked it, subscribe and share. As everybody knows, it does help the channel. It helps with the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. And that's it. Until next time, I am going to say goodbye, and I'm going to enjoy my Tesla. Later.